that Governor Rajan was speaking about global economies earlier this morning, saying that they must be worried about growth crisis, which is moving from country to country. But at the same time, he spoke about the increasing call for monetary policy action from central banks. Governor Rajan saying that structural reforms rather than stimulus packages are what will restore growth. Here, Matt.
Stimulus, whether monetary or fiscal, doesn't seem to be restoring growth. And, even deleveraging, there's been a fair amount of deleveraging in the United States, some in Europe. Even deleveraging doesn't seem to have restored growth. They turn to the next possible reason why it hasn't happened. And that's because structurally, there were problems in the industrial countries which limited growth, and we need to fix those structural problems, right? To the mind of central bankers, deflation. There's a very strong fear, especially in the United States, given its historical experience in the 30s, that if deflation takes hold, you will have a Japan-like experience and have to write off 15 to 20 years of growth. Now, I think that's a misreading of what happened in Japan, but nevertheless, there is a very strong fear amongst the central banking community across the world that deflation has to be averted at any cost. We are in a world where there's nothing that prevents these kinds of policies. There's nobody looking at them. The IMF is supposed to look at these things in a global sense, but the IMF has been sitting on the sidelines applauding these kinds of policies right from when they were initiated and hasn't really questioned the value of these kinds of policies. Yes, it does spillover studies, but the spillover studies invariably say this is good for that country and therefore good for the world. We want the existing multilateral institutions to be strengthened, not weakened.
Okay, the defense procurement